Hello, good morning, students. Today we'll study erythropoiesis, that is the formation of RBCs. As you all know, mammalian RBCs are unique among vertebrates as they are non-nucleated cells in their mature form. These cells have nuclei during the early phase of erythropoiesis but extrude them during development as they mature in order to provide more space for the hemoglobin. In mammals, erythrocytes also lose other cellular organelles like mitochondria, Golgi apparatus, and endoplasmic reticulum. As a result of not containing mitochondria, these cells use none of the oxygen they transport. Instead, they produce the energy carrier ATP by glycolysis of glucose and lactic acid fermentation on the resulting pyruvate. Because of the lack of nuclei and organelle, mature RBCs do not contain DNA and cannot synthesize any RNA and consequently cannot divide and have limited repair capabilities. This also entails that no virus can evolve to target mammalian RBC. This is the process of erythropoiesis, that is, from the hematocytoblast, proerythroblast is formed. From that, polychromatic erythroblast is formed and erythrocytes they are formed. As you know that in the blood, we have got different types of cells. That is, we have RBCs, we have 5 types of WBCs, basically basophils, eosinophils, neutrophils, lymphocytes and monocytes, and we have the thrombocytes. So here we are studying the formation of RBCs, that is the erythropoiesis. So erythropoiesis can be well explained through this figure, that is stem cells, that is the pluripotent stem cells. They will divide under the influence of erythropoietin hormone produced by kidney to burst forming unit or BFUE cells, which ultimately divide to form colony forming unit erythroid, that is CFUE cells, under the influence of again the erythropoietin, and will form proerythroblast. This process, it takes about 10 to 13 days. Then these proerythroblast change to erythroblast and RN is accommodated, RN is added to it, and they will change to reticulocyte where the nucleus is excluded, and ultimately reticulocytes, they will lose the organelles and change to RBCs, which will be circulated in the blood. So we can say that erythropoiesis is completed under the influence of erythropoietin and RN. So we have two processes. One is EPO dependent, that is erythropoietin dependent. Second is RN dependent. And whole this process, it takes about 21 days. During the formation, RBCs eventually lose their nucleus and leave the bone marrow as reticulocyte. At this point, the reticulocytes contain remnants of the organelle. These organelles leaves the cell and mature erythrocytes they are formed. The average lifespan of RBC is 120 days in bloodstream. When RBC age, they are removed by macrophages in the liver and the spleen. Erythropoietin hormone and low oxygen level regulate the production of the RBC. So in this figure you can see the how from the reticulocyte the nucleus is lost and ultimately the erythrocytes they are formed. So any factor that decreases the oxygen level in the body, such as the lung diseases or the anemia, increases the level of erythropoietin in the body. Erythropoietin stimulates the production of RBC by stimulating the stem cells to produce more RBC and increasing quickly as they mature. 90% of erythropoietin is made by the kidney. So When both the kidneys they are removed or kidney failure is there, the person becomes anemic due to lack of erythropoietin. Three important components, they are also helpful for the production of RBC. One is iron, second is vitamin B12, and third is folate. So that is why these are given to the pregnant females. The ratio of the cells in normal blood is 600 RBCs for each WBC and 40 platelets. So see here, this is the anatomy of the bone. Now the bone, it has got the spongy part and the yellow marrow. And a very important thing is, in this yellow marrow, the bone marrow, the RBCs they are formed, WBCs they are formed, and platelets they are formed. So they are formed in this marrow, right? So this is the anatomy of the bone. So we can say that the kidneys, they are responsible for the production of erythropoietin because of hypoxia, that is the less oxygen. Erythropoietin act on the bone marrow, produces the RBCs. RBCs, they will make available the oxygen, and the erythropoietin production, it becomes decreased. So I'm very thankful to www.google.com for providing us beautiful pics so that we can explain our topic well. Thank you.